This is JP1514, Juliet Panther 1514. Can you hear me? Over.
Hey, bro, I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Like, for real.
Okay, listen, I'm not trying to, start any drama or any fighting within this community, but come on, out of the big free shows that have weekly releases, Arc is goddamn peak of the peakest of peak that Tokusatsu has right now. The episode itself focused on Kazuo, a shouting that a year ago started communicating with an alien named Theo, and kind of the main reason why they actually get to talk is a frequency that is kind of being helped by the kaiju Noisler, which he slowly creeps towards Earth. The scenes between the two are so fucking good for two characters that we don't know anything about. I don't know why, but this episode made me feel like I've been knowing them for years. Yes, some of the dialogue was a bit expository. I don't really think that we needed to know that she has a translation device and because of that she knows his language, but hey, the rest of the dialogue was great. You can clearly see that Kazuo is loving the time that they spent together. You can also hear that Theo does love the time that she spent together with him. Kazuo at one point wanted to pretty much try to visit her planet, or even she to visit him, which shows how much he really cares about her. And it clearly doesn't seem that he's in love with her. It's way more he sees her as a friend, like she does too, with her trying to understand human dialect and trying to insert specific phrases into their conversation. Sometimes she messes up the wording or just doesn't know how to use them in the correct context, but it clearly shows how much she cares about him and how much this entire story of those two creatures talking to each other, light years apart from one another, it works next to the big kaiju that is arriving on Earth and trying to destroy it. If you really think about it, it sounds disconnected if I explain to you like that, but it makes sense. With Kazuo himself creating an echo chamber, not wanting to listen to anyone. Kazuo still wanting to contact Theo and just believing that she's the only real thing in his life. While outside his window there is a real fucking kaiju that can destroy his life in a second. While Noisler's powers of observing sound makes this entire situation with Kazuo a real echo chamber. And the only character that actually helps Kazuo to pretty much leave the entire situation isn't Yuma. How much we kind of all thought it would have been, because they were once classmates. This is how last week's preview kind of presented it as, but it was way more like Yuma kind of came in and he tried to talk to him and it didn't really work because how much they were classmates, they weren't really friends. The only thing that actually stopped him and pulled him out of the echo chamber was Theo, with her pretty much telling him, hey, her planet is dying because of pollution. She's probably the only thing that is left living in this planet, and the planet is basically dying, and today is the last time she would probably get to talk to him. And she thanked him for actually spending the time with her, and he thanked her for being his only friend. And this was an incredibly powerful scene for two characters that we just met, which one of them is only basically a voice. And it's amazing, I genuinely felt how hurt Kazuo was. You see it, like the actor that they pick for like those one-off characters are way too fucking good. And the episode itself ending with Yuma actually getting to talk to Kazuo, where Kazuo really opens up to him and really tells him that yeah, Fio was the only real thing that he felt in a long time. How much she was a voice from a million light years away from him, which is fucking perfect. I love it. Like, this entire main plot for an episode is fucking beautiful. I just loved it. I don't know what to say, and everything surrounding this entire story was great. The first interactions between Yuma and Kazuo were really fun. Using Noisler after what? How many years? I think the last time like Noisler got to be used in, let's say, a main episode capacity was 80, the season that he was introduced at. And the fight scene, like an aerial fight scene in Ultra is, yeah, now more common, but this time it was so fucking pretty. And, you know, coming back to Noisler, I would say like in 80, if I remember correctly, pretty much the color timer kind of calmed them down. Here, Arx's color timer at least like distracted him, but it could have been calming him down too. And just that shot of Noiser just flying away, chasing the Ultra Buzzsaw was just fucking beautiful. How much Ultra, if you look at like the budgets probably between Ultra, Rider and Sentai, Ultra has the lowest budget out of the three. They are just the most creative. They're like, Ultra is the most appealing tokushow to the eye ever. Like, how the fuck that works? Screw the fucking like visual department. Like, out of the big three, I'm going to return to it. Arc feels like Ultra just now, after like Blazer, after the success of it, it kind of returned to the high concept era. It really did return to let's make the audience really feel something. And out of the big three that has weekly TV shows, Arc just shudders Rider and Sentai. I'm sorry, and it is climbing up slowly and slowly on my top 10. It's like literally probably going to knock a season down, which I'm going to be sad about. But episode number 10 gets a fucking S. Fuck, like, again, it looks like Arc is going to swim with S's and A+. I don't see like Arc really dropping down to even a C. So yeah, what you thought about Arc episode number 10? Comment below, let me know. If you still haven't helped your subscribe button to achieve its gacha of becoming a subscribed button, please do. Don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.